Yo, what it do, y'all? This your boy King Ed the Great coming at y'all with another video. So I want to talk about the Tear the Club Up Thugz album. One of the hardest albums to come out from the South, and one of the hardest albums to come out in 1999, man. And this was the first ever 3-6 Mafia project I actually bought. Now, I heard Tear the Club Up for the first time back in like 98, but I never checked out a full album from these dudes. So I remember when I heard the Push 'Em Off, which was the first single, that joint had me hyped. So this was around the time where a single was so dope, you will buy the album just off the strength of that alone. So that raised my curiosity. So I checked the guest list, and they had a lot of people up there that I knew. Twista, Spice One, Too Short, Fatal, Cash Money. I mean, they had a whole deck of cards right there. So, Crucial Conflict. So I said, okay, I'm about to check this out. This is going to be hot. So I check it out, and the first intro just blew my mind. Like, they used the whole Omen sample. It was creepy as hell. But what people don't know is that this was actually a response to the Bone Thugs and Harmony Art of War intro. The Art of War, they were calling out everybody that were biting their style. So if you listen to them, you big, ugly motherfucker, they were probably talking about Wishbone. They was talking about niggas want credit for shit, biting our shit. Yeah, they were talking about Bone Thugs and Harmony because they were going at it at the time. But then you go to the second single, which was Who the Crunk Is. And notice how 3-6 Mafia's flow then transitioned in a lot of ways. When you heard Juicy flow, he used to have breathing noises in the back. You would know that was him. That was his distinct style. DJ Paul's flow was more straightforward, whereas today it's more so choppy with the production. But Lord Infamous, man, he was the star of this album. When you hear the two solo songs like 666 Clubhouse and I'm Losing It, you get a real deep insight of the dark mind of Lord Infamous, man. The stuff he was saying would bug me out. Niggas said, Satan sings a lullaby in my ear every night. I was like, I ain't never heard nothing like that before. That's creepy. Whew. But then you had the hype songs because they got to keep up the hype up recipe. Like you had Elbow a Nigga, you had Who the Crunk Is, you had one of the best Southern collabs ever with the Cash Money joint. Who You Hating On, Who You Hating With. And they even shot a video for that, which was a classic. Get buck, get wild, let's tear the house side down. Let's tear the club up, thugs. Let's do it right now. Fire. So then they also paid homage to their horrorcore sound, their horrorcore bass with the horror samples. With When God Calls Time Out and Wet Party with Spice One, which used the Halloween sample. And I think the outro where they use the Omen again. I think so. Then you had the songs praising women as queens, such as Slob on My Knob, Undercover Freaks, Niggas Worst Downfall, which I think was a vintage session for them niggas' baby mamas at the time. This album basically had a little bit of everything for everybody and they introduced 3-6 Mafia to a new base. And you could mention too that if you listen to this project from then forward, their sound starts sounding more polished. Whereas the albums before, it seemed like they were creatively done, but they still had a little low budget sound. So you listen to this album and you listen to the albums that come out after that, you start really seeing and sonically how evolved the sound has gotten. It's crispier. The assets to $1 Million Studios is more there. So this was my startup for checking out Hypnotized Minds, and from there the albums just kept on coming, just fire after fire. So that's my thoughts about Tear the Club Up, one of the hardest albums to come out here, man. So check that out if you can. This is King Eric signing out. Holla at me. Peace.